really quick, while I have you. Philo, have you heard about it? Oh, it's the best. They're giving you 25% off 2 months of Hallmark, Lifetime, Up, GAC, the sorts. The movies we're talking about? Philo. 25% off. Philo.tv/DTH. Don't let this pass you by. Philo.tv/DTH. Here's the episode.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, everybody. It's Bran. I think I love Tahoe, but I know I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Howdy ho, everybody out there. I really, really like Tahoe, and I kind of like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Okay.
Hi. I'm Dan. I think I'm on board with Tahoe.
Okay.
I'm not on board with Hallmark Christmas movies, though. You can even say I despise them. And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
everybody. Woo!
Yo,
it's
here.
Tahoe.
Tahoe in the house.
Man, guys, I am just... You might think, you listen to yesterday's episode and you were like, what happened to those
guys getting tired?
Yeah. You might have even listened to today's episode right before this. Time for them to come home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And now you're listening to us and you feel like, did they record these on separate days or something?
And the answer would be no.
No, we
course
recorded them
not.
all the
Dug
same
in
days.
deep.
That's right.
We took a little powwow, and I said,
a quick powwow.
a quick powwow, and I said, boys,
I got the audio.
listen here,
Hey,
guys.
it's powwow time.
It's powwow.
Bring it
Listen,
in, everybody.
Listen,
Time
we've
for
been
them to
doing
come home
this.
for Christmas, I think, was the worst episode
We've ever done in the history of the show. Yeah.
Get it together, Dan.
You think it's on me?
I know
it's
it's on you.
absolutely on you,
Why
Dan.
is all of this on me? Literally, he got 10 things wrong in the synopsis.
You know
Why
what?
is
It's
it on
because
me?
of the vibes you're sending out right now.
vibes that I was going to say that.
You know what? It's the vibes, Dan. It is 100% the vibes. I didn't want to say it. You got a stank coming off of you.
Rick,
Yeah, Trace.
do you think you could whip me up some food?
You know I could. You know I'm going to make your favorite.
What's that?
My pants.
And that helped us dig in deep.
I will
That
say
was really
this,
good.
That was so disturbing. I almost threw up
Yeah,
a
I didn't
little
like that.
with Rig and Trace, and it did get me back on track.
Yeah.
Do you put now, just out of curiosity, Ray, do you put your pants on the George Foreman 4 for 2? Like
I put them on like everyone else, one leg at a time.
It was just a straight answer. Sometimes Rig just gives the straight answer, and it's weird when he does it. I will say this. I do want to apologize. I was giving off bad vibes. But for you guys to not take any...
Well, no, but
any responsibility. Unless, do we have more of that powwow or no?
Yeah.
We do? So
Guys-
you guys are going to say this is 100% on me.
it is 99.9%.
Okay, you're
The
gonna take
only reason
0.1.
I made...
Yeah.
No, Panner probably is.
Okay. Well,
Okay, I'll take half a percentage because your
That's
bad
more
vibes...
than 0.1, FYI. Just letting you know.
This is exactly
You
what I'm
dumb- you
talking
dumb
about.
man.
Hey, I'm with Brad on this one. You don't know percentages like I do.
You spend-
Who's the one who does the quick books?
You spend all... You think QuickBooks means do them as quick as possible. That's what you think
we
it means.
crush it.
and you just do it in a book.
Lightning fast.
Yeah.
Literally any book you
I'm a
find.
quick book girl. I'm a quick book girl. Who's the quickest girl with the books? Tracy. No name.
That's a good bit. We have powwows all the time, and we never play them.
No.
It's great that we played it.
Hey guys, I got the powwow from June 13th, 2013.
2013.
Before we even did the pod.
Wow. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, how's it going, guys?
Jerry?
No, it's me, Bran.
Bran?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is yes. You guys think I should go to like voice training or something?
I
Yeah,
would say
your voice is unsightly.
It is.
What?
It's tough to listen to in long stretches.
Well, imagine looking at the side of your face, Panda.
Hey, you know some things have happened recently.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about it.
How's the Cocoa Pox?
I love them.
Why am I friends with you two?
No, I don't know.
So maybe we shouldn't. Play
So
any
to
more
everybody
powwows.
out there that gives me, sometimes when I get excited, people get mad.
The thing
Well-
about the other voice that he had was, it sounded atrocious, but he always had proper grammar and read things correctly.
I did.
And so the trade-off was there.
The trade-off is there. That's what I'm trying to say. Speaking of trade-offs, you might be doing your Christmas shopping right now, and you're like, you know what? I know I want to get the book from the guys to give away to a bunch of people, but I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait to do that.
Don't do it. They're selling out across the country.
I just don't think that you should do that. I think that there's a chance, guys, that in a couple weeks there's going to be a big in books. And I don't think that people should wait to buy our book.
But also, we got, one big shipment in of these books.
Yeah.
And when those are gone,
They're gone.
the next shipment could be on back order again. So that means now's the time.
Is that Johnny Books?
Yes, it's
Johnny Books.
Everybody. I miss you guys.
I miss you too,
Oh
JB.
my gosh, guys, I miss you.
JB.
What up, babe? You know it.
What did
Somehow
you just
are.
say?
I want you to be my best friend.
Right, we are. We're going to Witch tomorrow. It's crazy down there, man.
JB.
They give you a bag and they say, freaking go for it, baby. It's Witch, mofos. Johnny Book's out.
Johnny
He
Book.
did not give us an update.
He did not.
That was worthless.
I got to be honest, Bran. You, and by you I mean JB. You've got me twice tonight, like almost full spit take, and I maybe I'm just exhausted, which I 100% am. But man, the witch bit, I didn't see it coming. I like you just hand people calculus when they walk in the door. What if I want a ham sandwich? You can't do that here. I'm sorry, sir. Find a different restaurant. Find a less complicated restaurant. Take that red Sharpie. Don't get any on you because it's permanent.
I just can't imagine.
I am so stressed when I go to Witch.
Being in the boardroom and being like, guys, we've got to do something to switch up the game. The sandwich game is static. It's stale.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, buddy.
paper bags.
What about them?
Put printed stuff on
I
there.
need a little bit
Make
more.
it complicated as you know what.
Okay.
And write in Sharpie.
What color?
Red.
Yes.
Panda goes in there. I sit and wait and smoke a cigarette for 5 minutes and then still get my sandwich
Well,
first.
here's what.
I don't
Okay,
smoke
the other
cigarettes. I wanna
day,
be clear.
Your mom
I went
pulled
for
out
the-
her phone to call you.
Yeah, that's true.
I went
that's
for the
true.
Witch the other day, and they were like, "Oh, you need a different bag for that." So I had to go back and get a second bag, and I was like, "I want to specialize it."
No,
they were like, "You
no.
can't hold this bag."
You cannot order one of their special subs and make changes to
I know it. I know it. So I found out a way to
Then
do it.
what's
I
the
went
point
up and
of the bags?
I said, "How do I get special items on your special
You
sub?"
gotta
They
do
said-
the custom
They said you have to
subs.
write down the name
On a
of the
separate
special
bag.
sub on a special. So anyway, I came out with like 20 bags.
The best part is their whole thing is you get to determine your sandwich, and then you go up and you're like, "Here's my sandwich," and they're like, "No,
Absolutely not.
it is one of the
Where do you
worst."
think you are, Subway?
Gosh, Witch, call us. We will streamline your stuff for
I
you.
am so nervous whenever
one
I submit my bag.
You know what you could do? You could just go up to the counter and order your sandwich.
Yeah.
How is that not saving time? And then they put it on a clip and they slide it down the row like we're in the 1910s and we're throwing fish at Pike's Place. Like, what are we doing?
There's always
And there's always that one guy who's looking at your bag. He's just like, "I care. Did you check mark 2 things here?"
I got a sandwich for dill. Dill. It's Dan. I don't. How'd you get
It's always
dill
the
out of
guy
that?
that slides the bag and looks
Yeah.
at you like,
Somehow I marked jalapenos.
Bet you wish you had
but
this
I got
job,
like
huh?
onions. Like it's just a mess.
oh boy, which. For everybody out there that has not enjoyed, had the
Type 5 on
opportunity,
Witch.
has not had the opportunity to enjoy the regional sandwich change that is Witch. That was not for you. You guys ready to dive into
Tahoe.
Christmas? Is it Christmas at
Christmas in Tahoe.
in
It's
Tahoe?
in Tahoe.
Yes.
Based off of the 2015 banger of an album, Christmas in Tahoe.
If you think Train isn't going to be a part of today's movie, you're sorely
Sorely mistaken.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Christmas at Tahoe originally aired on December 5th.
Which is in 36 states. So we did cover a solid chunk of the
great.
country. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
which is growing.
Originally aired on November 28th is what I meant to say. And it went a little something like this. Claire works at her family hotel booking guests for shows that the hotel has. She's also the type of person that randomly, when she's walking around, just points to people and says things about them. Like, hey, you're going to want your mittens. That type of person. Tells you everything you need to know. There's a potential job opening in Las Vegas at a venue that's looking for somebody to book big acts. Big guest.
Big axe. Big axe there.
Big axe.
That axe is giant.
It's a giant
How do you
axe.
even fit in the stadium?
You can't.
Very
so
heavy.
many,
I mean,
if
so
you score
many
big
like
axe, you
floors
don't-
ruined.
Oh my gosh.
Man, it's unbelievable. Gallagher got a hold of big axe one time. It was
And it was
over.
dangerous. People were
Yeah.
dying.
Yep. We're going to be here till midnight. Don't worry.
So at the hotel, they have a big Christmas Eve show, and apparently there's a big act, not the big act,
Not big axe.
a big act
Okay.
that backs out just like a couple days before. And then once everybody that's booked hears that the big act backed out, they're like, oh, we're not going to do this. This is going to be a disaster. So she has
Something
a
that would totally happen.
Yeah. So she has a conversation with Train, and he's like, who's the friend in this movie, and Train is like, hey, you should ask your ex-boyfriend to see if, because he was a part of a big band, not like a big horn swing situation, like they were a big popular band. She hates this idea, but it is a good idea, and that's Train for you. Train has ideas that you might not like at first, but when you think about
They
it,
come around.
you're like, yeah. And so she goes to meet him. His name is Ryan, and asks if his band Wild Lynx would play the show. And he
Wild Lynx
says,
is big time.
Wild Binks is big time. And he's like, no. Wild Binks. We don't talk about this.
Wild Binks opened for Big Axe, and it was out of bounds.
Wild Lynx isn't doing so well. We've had a little bit of a situation here. But I do know an acrobat group called Florida Sia. And if you want Florida Sia, I'm your guy.
How do you find a way what in this movie?
And she's like, I'm not opposed to Florida Sia, but I feel like we need something more. Like we
Yeah.
need more, like a variety of acts. So they come up with a few ideas. One, there's this comedian who they find out is in town, and Train knows there's a certain way you can do this, where you could get an inside at another hotel, and somebody could owe you a favor, from what I gather.
Yeah,
And
of course.
they'll set you up with what's it called? Concierge? No, was it like an outfit for room service?
Room service imposter.
Something
Yeah.
or other. So Train sets him up, and she goes over there with Ryan. They dress up in the whole garb. They go in. She then gives the comedian some advice on love. They really bond, and then she goes with the idea, hey, you should play this thing. You should do the show. And she comes around to saying yes to doing the Christmas Eve thing. And that leads her and Ryan to hang out a good bit. And he apologizes for how things ended. Now, how things ended is when Wild Lynx was just getting started, boys, she was like the manager, and she was setting things up. And I guess the rest of the group or something wanted to get a different manager, and so they fired her. That she didn't take that very well. They ended up breaking up. It was a whole thing. So they're trying to find some different groups, and of course they got to get Kmart version of Pentatonics in there. They say yes, 100%. And Claire then finds out that her friend Train can sing.
What?
I know.
Train can sing?
I know.
No.
I know.
Man, caught us all off guard.
Claire then decides to work to get Ryan and his bandmates to make up and work together, ultimately so that they'll play the show. And, it works out, and Ryan and Claire spend some more time together, and they end up kissing. Did you guys see that coming?
Oh, my goodness.
no.
Are you serious?
So she has a couple conversations with George Lopez, just to add a little spice to the mix. And then it's the night of the big Christmas Eve thing. And the guy from the Las Vegas show shows up. And apparently her dad did not know that she was up for this job. And he gets pretty upset because he's always had this dream of his little spot being a big deal, but they're close enough to Vegas to where it's tough to get big acts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Florida Cia doesn't just come around every so often,
always get Florida
By the
Cia.
way, Florida Cia had to back out.
Unbelievable.
I know. I hate that for them and us. It's Christmas Eve, and Train crushes it, and then the Wild Lings crushes it. The comedian is there, and the night goes really well. And after the show, the Las Vegas guy comes up and is like, "Hey, the job is most definitely yours." And Ryan hears that and is real bummed. She also has a conversation with her dad, and her dad is like, "You're so good at this job. You're amazing at booking stuff. I understand," basically. And so she decides to turn down the job and focus on building out really what her dad dreamed for the hotel, which is to be a big event spot.
Good for her.
I know, isn't that great? So she goes to tell Ryan that. Ryan is thrilled, absolutely thrilled, and they end up kissing as the train song trains on. And that, my friends, was Christmas in Tahoe.
We did it.
We did do
it.
We did do it.
Yes.
I'm very excited to break this movie down. I do think we need to take a quick break. We've had a lot of bits,
Yeah.
a long synopsis.
Bit heavy. What
So we're
was that first segment running these days?
16, 20.
Holy moly.
Let's try to speed this sucker up here on
Big
Back.
dog. Big dog.
Oh, guys,
Yes.
Tell me.
Finally! All right! Yeah! Go!
I have had it with the cloud. It's just frustrating, isn't it, guys?
Oh, you
Oh,
said
yeah.
it, friend.
Like the cloud on my phone, it's like, oh, it's always full or something
my
like that.
gosh.
It's
Yep.
just ridiculous. And that's why I am thrilled to have Backblaze
Man.
back again
It's a game changer.
to be a sponsor here this holiday season. Backblaze is unlimited backup for your Mac and your PC for just $7 a month. You can back up those docs, the music, the photos, the videos, whatever you want.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. And a fun fact, you can also restore all of that by mail. You could purchase a hard drive from them and they'll FedEx it overnight if you
Unbelievable.
need that.
It's unbelievable.
If you don't trust the cloud or something like
No,
that,
unbelievable.
you can get that sucker on a hard drive.
Way
It's
cheaper, way better.
it's wild. Over 55 billion files have been restored for their customers.
gosh.
Unbelievable.
And it's only $7 a month. That is wild.
It's crazy.
And you can get, this is exciting, a 15-day free trial.
No way.
I know, 15-day free trial by going to backblaze.com/deck. That's back like you're back, blaze like super fast.com/deck to get a 15-day free trial to start backing up those files today.
Love
and
it.
speaking of unlimited,
DVR from Philo.
oh my gosh, it's
Holiday Movie
unbelievable.
Hub.
It's unbelievable.
Lifetime Hallmark GAC, Up, VH1, BET, all the channels with all your holiday movies on them, one place. Come on.
Philo has yet to fail me this holiday season, and I can't foresee that happening anytime soon.
Best TV
They're
interface.
crushing it. That's exactly right. All you
great.
got to do is go to philo.tv/DTH to get 25% off 2 months. That's philo.tv/DTH. They also have a lot of fun stuff going on throughout the holiday season on their social media, so make sure that you follow them to see all some of these fun deals and giveaways and whatnot. But go to philo.tv/DTH today. Whoa!
Heyo.
What's up, everybody?
Man.
It's Bran.
It's Dan.
It's Panda.
We're back.
We're back.
Yes, we
We're
are.
talking about Christmas in Tahoe.
I was just thinking about all the bits we did in that first segment.
It was a good
We
segment.
had several of the what were the hobnobs? What were they?
Powwows.
The powwows.
yeah.
That's right.
I don't envy the double decker who's going to get this episode for
Yeah.
the best of.
Oh,
because,
this is a double decker of the week as well.
No. Whoever's going to take
no
the best
tomorrow.
of.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
But
Oh,
so
yeah.
tomorrow is
Tomorrow's
That's right.
the
Of course.
big dog of the week.
big dog of the week. That's exactly right.
We already had the big dog episode of the week. That's unexpected Christmas.
Right. Yes.
Clearly. Yeah.
No, this is different.
All right, guys, let's dive into this one. Christmas at Tahoe.
I've got a hot take for you.
Let's do this
Hit
right
me.
now because you're a hot taker.
It's
and
so hot right now I can barely control it.
Pisces.
Oh!
Go ahead. Why'd you scream?
Because I'm on fire with it. And then you touched it. You too are on fire now.
But how did that? If you weren't
How did
screaming
that change
before he
anything
touched
for you?
why would you scream when he touched you?
It sparked.
Is your skin sensitive to touch?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anything to. I'm here to answer.
No,
your
I
question.
appreciate it.
This movie's pretty good. I love Train. Like full disclosure, I've maybe I should be ashamed to say this. I've bought several Train albums, and I'm not talking the old boys. Back
Not the
when they
good
were-
stuff.
No, the recent ones.
Not
where
me
he's-
for Virginia.
I know that I love pudding and give me some candy on my tongue. Songs like that.
Yeah, exactly. And
She's back with a nice machete, looking at people saying spaghetti. Hey.
Wait a minute. Drops of Jupiter is a banger.
that's a great song.
Absolutely.
The song's amazing.
Train only does bangers.
Well, I mean, their newer stuff got a little weird and poppy, but the Drops of Jupiter, that song is great.
Sammy
And I
San
don't know if
Francisco
you know
is
this.
a great album.
But gosh, what's his name? He doesn't do Macklemore's.
Oh, Ryan Lewis.
Ryan Lewis doesn't
Yeah.
do Macklemore's. Anyways, go ahead, your hot take.
Yeah. So, your opinion of
You
this
built
movie,
a full bridge to nowhere.
and you kept going out there, but I enjoyed.
Well, Train
watching
only
you.
does bangers, but Ryan Lewis doesn't do Macklemore's.
Okay.
That was how I
now
got there.
it's worth
Yeah,
it.
that's good. That was. He paid us back on it. That was good.
He did.
Go ahead.
So here's the deal. This movie completely hinges on your opinion of Train music. Like literally, if you
I
don't,
don't
like,
think it completely hinges on that.
quite a bit.
I think it hinges on your opinion of that, like of Train himself.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Train
Is in
does
the movie.
not play Train. Train plays Jackson.
Yes,
And
correct.
Jackson is
Don't-
not a
don't call
professional
him
singer.
Pat. That
Okay, I
Joker's
won't
name
call
is
him
Train.
He's Train.
He's Train.
So Train plays Jackson, and Jackson is not a professional singer. He works at this hotel,
Yeah.
and he ends up being a really great singer. What did we think of Train's performance just from acting? This is his first acting job that I know of.
So this is why this movie is tough to give a hot take on, because as it started, it was like, oh dear Lord, Train's a terrible actor. Like bad. And then I don't know if you guys got the same vibe I did. About 40 minutes into the movie, you realize that the camera is showing a lot of Train reaction shots, and they're just the most dumbfoundingly like on point. And it's almost like Train really committed to the bit of what a Hallmark movie is.
Yep.
More than anyone has ever done it before. And
there was the very first scene that I saw him in, I was like, oh, this is too bad.
yeah, he sucks.
But then something happened.
Yes.
Yep.
And by the end of it, I absolutely love
And he
Train.
He doesn't get better as an actor. I
No, he
just
does
think
not.
it's either he's so far gone that he's good, or he knows what Hallmark movies are, and he knows what he is, and he knows exactly how to play this.
I don't think he was trying to be a good actor.
No, exactly. I think he was trying to be the bad Hallmark actor. And if that's the case, we're giving this guy way too much credit because it's genius. But that was the feeling I got. By the end of this movie, I was like, he is nailing being a bad actor. It felt like he was doing it on purpose. And I don't know how that's possible because I've never seen him act in
I mean, I don't know what the excuse is for George Lopez, but Train was a delight.
I didn't think he was. I mean,
he's real bad, Panda. He's like his line to like it's like he's purposefully reading off a script bad in this. But by halfway through, you're like,
I didn't even.
He's so consistent with it, and
I guess that's what it is.
The
It
camera
wasn't
keeps
like
popping back to his reaction shots, and he does like over the top. He's always like it's all like it's wild. It is wild. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
I don't know. He's just an interesting fella. That's the best
Yeah.
way of describing
Oh,
it.
he's that.
He's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that they gave him as much time as they did. I really thought it was going to be Train light. But
Oh, no.
we've gotten plenty of Train. The songs in here are great.
I
All
thought
on-
that Train,
on
like
Christmas
I
in
would
Tahoe.
when I found out that Train wasn't playing Train, I was so surprised. I thought for sure
I
it was
did-
going to be
I
like
thought that
Train
too.
was a friend and he came in and he did
And
a
he
thing.
saves the show.
Yeah.
No, he's playing a part in this.
Yes,
didn't see it
and
coming.
I think, man, he just for what he was, he crushed it for this movie. Laura Osnes, she's fine. She gave a typical Laura Osnes performance, and the dude, I don't think I've ever seen him in a
Yeah,
Hallmark
he's a
movie.
Broadway guy.
He made it big with the Mean Girls in 2018.
Yeah, he's a big Broadway
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, and he was fine. The plot, it's kind of like Christmas party planning, except
Yeah.
it's an event, and it was fine. The event made no sense to me what they were trying to do. The plot in this is all over the place, but the music for me saves it. I'm always going to remember Christmas in Tahoe simply because it's the train movie, and so it gets a pass from me overall.
So I really adored this movie. It was just incredibly charming. Train. I came around to really liking him. I also have a newfound, like, I always have enjoyed Train. Like, who doesn't, like, at least enjoy Train?
But
like,
the thing that you realized during the movie
was that
is
Train is a really
his voice
great
is not
singer.
a
Yes.
studio voice.
When
He
Train
is
was
he has
singing,
a great voice.
when Train was singing acoustically, I was like, good Lord, this guy has it. Like, and you kind of miss it because Train songs are like, the lyrics are so wacky and they're all over the place. And I find myself listening to Train and being like, what the heck is he talking about? More than any other artist. So I think that distracts it.
quicksand. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, just stop it.
But I absolute delight. I really enjoyed that. I'm a Laura Osnes fan. I just am at this point. Like, I just think that every movie that she's in, I enjoy her performances, and she brings this nice, fun charm to her. So I really enjoy that, and I like the guy. And so overall, really great. And the thing that I liked about this, because you're right, it was a party planning thing essentially, but they were like the names that they were throwing out for the acts were so wild that it kept me like engaged with it. So kudos to that. So overall, I really enjoyed it much more than I anticipated. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. I thought it was a lot of fun, and so it's a big ups for Brain.
This movie is a mess. I mean, we've had people contact us on the socials and say this is the worst movie of the year, and it is
really?
Yes, and it is an incredibly messy movie that is just all over the place and not really well put together. But there's something about it that is lovable, right? So, like, it's not good by any stretch. Laura Osnes is fine. The guy didn't do much for me. I really wasn't a big fan of him.
He's fine.
Train comes in and swoops in and kind of steals the show as this, like, so bad he's good, or it's just his performance is so different, and then you get to hear him sing. You've got bellhop George Lopez, which sounds like Stefan made it up on SNL. Like, he's in 3 scenes, like, the guy that used to have his own sitcom. I don't know what he's doing in this movie.
What is happening?
It was in all caps in my notes. I can't get over it. It is one of these movies that I like. What I wrote down is it embraces its badness in such a palatable way. Like, it just kind of knows it's this, like, scruffy, lovable, ugly cousin. Like, I don't know what it is about it, because I hated a lot of aspects of this movie, but by the end, I tolerated it so much more than so many others. Like, when I ranked it, I think it made it all the way up to 12 out of 29, because it was like, of the movies I'd watch again, this movie's a train wreck, but it's a fun train wreck.
You know what the movie?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Whoa!
It's a train
Did
pun.
it.
Look out.
It's a train pun.
Yeah.
Had some fun, and now we're going on board. This movie reminded me of, like, you know, there's those Hallmark parody movies out there.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of a
little bit.
parody movie, but like toned down and a little bit more like earnest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It works.
I mean,
for me.
it makes a mess of literally every plot point in the movie,
Yes.
but there's really fun, spunky performances, and you get Train and you get bellhop George Lopez.
Yeah.
Bellhop George Lopez, and not a central figure.
No.
3-4 scenes.
Yeah.
Probably did all his stuff in one day.
Furthest things from a.
Did he
central
need
character.
a paycheck?
I don't understand the point, the purpose, the why.
The guy has residual checks he'll be cashing the rest of his life. He was on a sitcom that made like over 100 episodes. Why are you in 4 scenes of
Did
a
he-
Hallmark movie as a bellhop?
Was he a producer?
Of his show? I think so.
No. Of this movie.
I don't know. I'll check it out.
I don't know. That's the only
was
thing I
wild.
can think of is like he was a producer and so he just hopped in it. I have no idea. It was wild. Guys, let's get to all the feels part of the show. We talk about when this movie gave us feels. Panda.
Yeah, when Train goes solo. I mean, good heavens, that's just great. That's my favorite scene by far. Any single time he sings, I just got like, feels.
Yeah.
Go Train.
Shake Up Christmas, Shake Up the Happiness, whatever it's called, is a banger.
It's a banger.
Yep.
It's a
good
great song. I love it.
What's funny is I remember I've heard that song a few times.
Yeah.
But when he sang it, I was like, man, is this new? And then he got to the chorus. I was like, oh yeah, why don't I listen to the song more?
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Christmas Island is also the other one that they do. The band does Wild Links, but that's also on Christmas in Tahoe. That's
Interesting.
Also, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank
Good
you
to
for
know.
so
It's
much
Great. That one's a banger. I listened to it on repeat last night.
There you go.
Not
Yeah.
a producer.
Yeah. Oh, all
At
right.
least by his IMDb.
I got nothing. I got nothing for why George Lopez is there. Unless he was doing someone a solid. Maybe him and Train are tight.
Best friends that hang out.
Best friend.
George Lopez, I really like you. Do 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 do.
I'm sorry that you lost your late night show, but Conan's better. TBS. Yeah, the music did it for me. The music did it for me. Dan?
Yeah, so there's a scene where she has an ornament that's ugly she made when she was in 3rd grade. This is an all the feels wait what combo. My kids have literally the exact same ornaments. They were so excited to put it on the tree. The difference is they made it when they were 4. She made it, she said, in 3rd grade. So maybe a little behind on the ornament making Osness, but it made me think of my kids and how excited they were to put that ornament on the tree, and that made me happy.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Deck to Hallmark. You want to know how I'll be shaking up the holiday season? Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. I shake it up because I put it in little martinis.
Ooh.
I got a little martini shaker.
Ooh.
I'll do a little this, a little that, a little Screwball
Shaken, not
peanut butter
stirred.
whiskey.
Little chocolate peanut butter martini.
Guys,
Come on.
it is holiday in a glass. There's so many fun ways to implement it into your drinks, and it just gives you that little extra sweetness, a little holiday for you. And the good news is you can get it wherever you get your drink stuff. And so it's available across the country, and all you got to do is go find it, start adding it to your drinks today. It's a perfect way to shake up the holiday season. But whatever you do and however you use it, make sure that you drink responsibly. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. We're back, everybody. We're talking Christmas to Tahoe, and we're at the Wait What part of the show where we're talking about what has been made us go, wait, what? I'm going to start with you, Panda.
My biggest wait what actually has to involve the entire initial plot of everyone leaving. You just have to ask, the way that typically when you're booking events like this, you have people signing contracts.
Contract.
And there's
Yes.
a contract, and it will
Yes.
never, ever, ever, ever be contingent upon a headliner person that's going to show up.
No.
It just doesn't make sense.
Just spooked them. They have a spooked clause.
Spooky
Oh,
clause.
this doesn't seem like it's working out. I'm out of. But the other question is where are you going to go on December 24th anyway? That's where the show. What do you have a better offer waiting in the wing? What do you think you're going to be doing? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Spooked.
I am also confused about the nature of the show, even after watching it.
Yeah.
It seems like a winter jam festival that's less good, which is
Yeah.
a shocking statement that I would ever make.
Well, it just is like DOA.
Magic?
The sound is terrible. No one seems to care. The performances are all over the place, and they have rando it just is a mess.
But imagine if Florida Sia was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Florida Sea
true.
would change.
That would've been great.
Change the game.
My favorite wait what though is actually right in the middle. They're getting ready to meet Ricky Page, the comedian, but they're like, where is she located? And she goes, oh, I found out where she's located. She goes, she's at the Ridgely. And the way she finds that out is by zooming in on her badge. And it's right there on her ski suit badge that says the Ridgely right on it in bold font. And he responds, he goes, that's some A+ detective work.
Good
and I would just like
gosh.
to suggest that maybe, no, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
C-
It's
detective work.
C-.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot to do that.
Not bad detective work. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
literally
passing
on
laws.
here. It's literally on the Instagram. You just need to
could,
zoom in.
You could miss it.
It had the. I mean, I don't. Sure, it was. It was really something.
Definitely not A+. I think it's somewhere between a C- and an A+.
Yeah. No, I think C-. It's passing. It's a passing
all right,
grade.
fine.
Passing detective work.
Passing.
Yeah.
Saw him live.
Passing detective.
Passing detective work.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
That's a great band.
Yeah, you saw him.
Passing. I was what group that was. I didn't know about that.
That's not a band.
Passing detective work. That's fantastic.
So
The
good.
Beach Balls.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, come on.
It did get a little hairy there for a little bit.
Hairy,
but they figured it out.
They did. COVID made it tough on them. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, well, that's beach balls for you, too.
It is.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
So I got to be honest. My guy, Ryan, just wants some time to just play his music in an empty auditorium, have a good time. And she comes busting in mid-song. Woo! Who do you think you are? You don't just interrupt somebody when they're doing their song time.
This is a musician talking. You can tell.
Just,
Oh my gosh.
can you
interrupt me in my
imagine?
magic.
Imagine you guys teaching and someone just walks in cheering.
Yeah, I've
That'd
been there.
be-
We've
yeah.
done that to each other.
Yeah, we literally do that to each other regularly.
I'm
Guys,
probably going to do that tomorrow during 7th period.
Yeah, you're coming in.
I'll be like, hey, go ancient history. Woo! Caesar.
guys, I got to be
Alexander
honest.
the Great right now.
Alexander the Great.
Is there a guy who could be less excited about introducing the show at his hotel
Oh my gosh.
than this dad?
Oh.
Guys, welcome to the Christmas Eve concert.
That's right. Welcome to it.
It's going to be good. It's
gonna be great.
Hope you like it.
Yeah.
Here, bring it on.
Sorry to
Bring on
fly
the-
off the handle like that.
Yeah, that
At
was
a level 10.
like just pump it up, buddy. A little bit, buddy. Is what I'm trying to say.
Pump it up a buddy.
Pump it up, buddy.
Pump it up a buddy.
Pump it up, buddy.
They opened for passing detective
yeah.
work.
They were not great.
Not good. Speaking of not great, that comedian, huh, boys?
Oh, boy.
man.
What
smokes.
was that little bit they did there?
They tried to write this. This should make you appreciate every stand-up comic out there, because a room of writers tried to write 30 seconds of a tight 30 seconds
Of Christmas comedy.
and they couldn't pull it off.
It was
Couldn't get one good joke.
Santa's suit, huh?
It's red, am I right?
No man looks good in red.
That was
Brandon.
it. That was Santa's suit, huh? He's really going for it.
You seen this guy? You hear about this guy?
I couldn't believe that's
It was
what they.
bad.
I
It
couldn't
was
believe
so bad.
That was the point in the movie where you either go, this is the worst movie of the year, or man, this movie really goes all out on its badness.
Yeah.
That was it for me. When I saw that, I was like, they could have easily just been like, the stand-up was funny and not shown any of it.
Yeah.
And they showed it, and I was like, they're just fully embracing
Santa's suit, huh?
this movie.
How about that?
Have you
How
seen
about
that? Have you seen that?
You hear about this guy? Where's Red?
Guys, the whole time, Ryan is billed throughout the movie as the lead guitarist.
Dude, it is massive on mine. I cannot believe this.
And I don't want to be this guy, but
oh my gosh.
my guy is not a lead guitarist.
He does everything but.
He does everything but. He plays the
He
bass,
slaps the bass.
and then
a
he
little
kind of
bit.
dances around.
He dances around and he sings vocals.
He sings
and
vocals.
he sings some background vocals.
He
never plays guitar.
once
The
do
whole
I
movie.
see him playing lead electric.
During the performance.
Yeah.
He doesn't play lead
He doesn't
electric.
play lead electric.
I couldn't believe
I
it.
couldn't believe it. And last but not least, I cannot believe that they brought George Lopez in to say everyone loves fries, and that's about it. I want to bring this back.
George Lopez.
George Lopez is the biggest weight one of this movie.
Easily.
My guy showed up and essentially got paid to say everyone loves French fries.
That's right.
That's it.
Love it.
I need to know the backstory.
I think the best part of this for me is, what is George Lopez? Like, how did he make his name and his living?
He's a comedian.
Stand-up comedian.
Exactly right.
He's there.
Right.
We need a stand-up comedian and 30 seconds of funny Christmas jokes. We have bellhop George Lopez there. We let Train be a surprise singer. How can we not let stand-up comedian bellhop George Lopez tell a joke?
Saw it coming from a mile away, and they didn't do it. So, guys,
No, Ricky Page is up there with her Santa bit.
When she finds out that Train can sing,
Oh my gosh.
all you had to do was, does anyone else on staff have any talent?
And that would have been a really fun plot point,
It would have
too.
been the best bit.
But no, instead we get everyone loves fries, huh?
Yeah, it's like Mariah Carey not singing
Yeah.
in her movie. Like George Lopez is there. No, he's just the bellhop.
Just the
That's
bellhop.
it. That was, I mean, that and the lead guitar, like those were my two like massive. Was that it for you?
That's it.
I do think we have a problem with how famous this lead male is. Like, we don't have a consistency of fame for him. Like,
Wild
sometimes
links.
he's getting followed in mass throngs, and then other times he's not recognized by a stand-up comedian who's 6 feet away from him. And that really is unfortunate that we do that. This is not a wait what. I just need to tell you this. The Botox joke in this movie worked really, really well. I didn't know where to put that. But when she opens that up and it's a Botox and all the women immediately act like they want it, I thought that was really funny. This is the most underwhelming a cappella group in the world.
I have that down.
Bar none. They're the best in the world.
But they're Silent Night. I mean,
They are, oh my gosh.
revolutionized the game.
But I want to get this straight. They're the most famous a cappella group in the world, and they have a ticketed, secret fan club charity event.
Yes.
Ticketed, secret fan club charity event. We have Venn diagrammed ourselves into a corner. I don't know how that event, what?
Who is that for?
Who is it for? How are they raising money?
I'm there, guys.
Why aren't they getting the word out
all
about
in.
this charity? Do they not want to give a lot of money to charity? Ticketed charity event. In. Secret fan club event. In. Ticketed secret fan club charity event. No. No.
I showed up for the event. It's
Hey,
just me.
we want to give a lot of money to the Boys and Girls Club. What should we do? Don't tell a soul.
Make it
it
just our group of people.
A secret knock knock.
Then
at the
charge them
door.
money.
And then charge them money and don't give it to them. Dear gracious, I don't understand how we got there. It is one of the worst parts of this. And then lastly, guys, we are not celebrities here at Deck the Hallmark. We have a lot of fun at Deck the Hallmark. We're not a celebrity. We do travel from time to time. And when there's not COVID, we travel a little bit more. You know, this year we're still going to be in New Jersey. We may make a trip out west. You know, we travel a little bit. In 2019, we traveled a lot. But I'm going to tell you this. We love getting to do those things. But when it's time to come home, it's time to come home. And we're excited to be home. We're excited to not be on the road. They look at this a cappella group who has finished, from my understanding, a worldwide tour. And they say, can you stay with us for the holidays? And they say, we don't know. And then they say, we'll fly your family out. That is not the same. It's not the same. I am sorry. There is no world, barring a giant, like unforeseen, weird circumstance, where at the end of what amounts to be a worldwide tour away from your family, that I'm not getting on a plane and going home. I'm not getting on a plane and going home to my wife and kids because someone says, please. And maybe I'm just a terrible person. A worldwide tour? Dude, after a week in Kansas City, Chicago, Milwaukee, Atlanta, we're all like, man, I can't wait to get home. These folks have been on a worldwide tour, and you're asking them to extend it into Christmas Day.
I'm going to need you to step it up, bud.
That's right.
Depends how much money they were going to offer me.
But it wasn't money. It was like, we'll fly your family out for Christmas for a night.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it.
That's fair.
You're not doing it.
No, I don't
No,
really want to be.
you would be the one that was not going to do it first.
No. If
If any of the three of us is doing it, it's me, and I'm telling you, I'm not doing
it's
it.
more than one night, I'm usually out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I just can't imagine this going that way. When they're like, come on. And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? I can't believe that happened. Like, that is so inexcusable. It was shocking to me.
It's time
That's all
for
I
what the
got.
Hallmark is part of the show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe happy against some clear questions that we still have. Panda?
Guys, we hear a lot about one individual that we never get a chance to see. Kevin Timbers. And I want to know more about Kevin Timbers. I'm not really told much about him other than he's a little bit more old-fashioned, old school. But I still get the feeling this guy could jam with the best of them.
He could jam.
He could jam. There's no doubt about it.
And I want to know more about Kevin Timbers.
I could have done without the comedian and could have done with
more
some,
Kevin Timbers. How come we just didn't have him show? I think that would have been a great bit for him to show up, and then he
should have
just
showed up.
rocks. He just crushes it. That would be a lot of fun.
I would have loved that.
Kevin Timbers.
I still, at the end of the day, don't really understand why didn't we really get to see Lake Tahoe? This is the least Lake Tahoe movie with the name Tahoe
Yes.
that's ever been
Yes.
created in the
There's
history
no way
of
they
cinema.
ever step foot in
No.
like Tahoe for this movie. There's just no way.
Why?
Not prayer.
Why do it
Yeah.
if you're not going to Tahoe?
Yeah.
That's my biggest question. Is like, was Tahoe ever on the table here, Hallmark? Like, you have this movie Christmas in Tahoe, and we don't see the place that you're in. I just
bad.
I couldn't get
Real
get
bad.
my mind around it. I kept coming back to it, be like, there's going to be some big Tahoe time, huh? No Tahoe time.
No Tahoe
No
time.
Tahoe time.
I only had one, and we've mentioned it a few times, and that one is George Lopez. I'm sorry. I have to know more information. This is a behind the scenes that I have to find out about. We got to find a director, a writer, something to tell me how, sitcom producer, director, stand-up comedian George Lopez showed up to be a bellhop for 3 scenes. I gotta know. I gotta know the backstory.
Like, George Lopez show still gets aired places.
Yes.
Yeah.
He still gets residuals from stand-up and from his sitcom. I have to
I
know.
don't understand.
Maybe he did it as a favor.
Maybe.
Gotta know.
He really wanted to go to Tahoe.
He was like,
And then he shows up, he's like, oh no.
you're
Very
filming in Canada.
disappointed.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'm
I
in.
guess. I mean, I already signed. I don't know what to do. We did it, everybody. Congratulations. We are going to be back tomorrow. We're finally done with the Double Boys, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with the final Hallmark Christmas movie of the week.
The
We'll be all caught
CCB
up.
Christmas
Exactly.
contest.
Save the CCB for last. Very much looking forward to it. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.